So now that we've solved for our diamond, we have all the information we need to fill in our rectangle. So, in the top left-hand corner of our rectangle, we're always going to put our ax squared. That was given to us at the beginning in our equation. So for example, down here, ours is going to be 3x squared. In the bottom corner, diagonal from the ax squared, that's really important, we're going to put our c. So that was also given to us originally, so that's a -8. And then in the top right and the bottom left corners, we're going to put our dx and our ex, which we just solved for in our diamond. So that'll be -6x and 4x. You can put the -6x in the box where the 4x is, and the 4x in the -6x. You can flip them around. Either, it doesn't matter. But this is the case. Either way, it'll work out. So now to solve, I'll show you one possible way to solve. There's actually a couple. The first way would be to figure out, okay, we need 3x squared. We got to have two things right here that multiply to equal 3x squared. So something times x and something times x takes care of the x squared. And the only way we can get 3 is 3 and 1. So we know that one of them has to be 3x and one has to just be 1x. So we have those two. So now that we have those two, we can do some kind of solving for other things. So if we have an x here, this x times whatever is here has to give us 4x. So we know it has to be the number 4. And then same thing, 3x times whatever is here has to equal -6x. So that's going to be a -2. And just to make sure, you can also figure out some, with the other numbers, but to make sure that works, we need to make sure the 4 times this -2 is going to line up, I'll kind of draw some arrows in there, to equal that -8. 4 times -2 equals -8, so that's good. So now we can rewrite this as, I'm going to write it up top, I kind of ran out of room up down bottom, but our two factors are going to be x minus 2 and 3x plus 4. And that is our final answer that way. One other possible way to solve, I'm just going to really quickly copy this box over. Give me 1 second. (3x squared, -8, -6x, and 4x). Another possible way is to think about pulling out greatest common factors. So this also might kind of make sense depending on how your kind of brain works. But for if I look at 3x squared and -6x, if I can pull something out here, well, I know that a 3x goes into both of those. So if I pull out 3x, that's kind of the biggest thing that goes into both of them. If I look this way, 3x squared and 4x, the biggest, greatest common factor they have is just going to be a 1x. Because x goes into 4x, and then x goes into 3x squared. You can also then do 4x and -8. The biggest thing that goes into both of them is going to be just the number 4. And -6x and -8, the greatest common factor is going to be the number -2. And the same way we get x minus 2, 3x plus 4. So there are two different ways to get the factors.